Yo, what's up, dudes? A few of you guys have asked me how I do my 3D tracking or 3D text in my edits, and I'm just gonna show you guys in this tutorial. So, first off, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be teaching you guys today, and it's like really basic 3D text. I mean, it's nothing really special, but it really it looks cool at the same time. Just like really basic stuff, but in my opinion, it looks a lot better than 2D tracking. Like 3D, like if you can incorporate 3D in some way in your edits will look a shit ton of like a whole world's like better, I guess. But yeah, so here's the example I'm gonna show you guys. So just really basic 3D text. I mean, it might be basic, but it gets the job done. So yeah. Uh, so the programs I use for 3D tracking, or yeah, for 3D tracking, no, not tracking, 3D like text or whatever, or anything 3D would be Element 3D by Video Copilot. And just a disclaimer, it's not free. I mean, you're gonna have to like go out of your way and find out how to get it for free. I am not gonna show you guys how to do it because I'm not gonna show you how to do it. So the first thing you want to do is import your clip into your After Effects, and I use After Effects CS6 for anyone wondering. So yeah, first thing you want to do is, I've already done this for you, but you want to click on your cinematic, go to Effect, no, Animation, go to Track Camera. So once you do that, you'll see this 3D camera tracker, and then once you click Track Camera, it'll automatically start tracking for you. And then once it has like this blue band across here that says analyzing like your clip or whatever, and then after it's done analyzing, it'll turn orange, and then after that you'll get these dots, these tracking points, these tracking markers, I should say. So after you get these tracking markers, what you want to do is skim through your cinematic and visualize where you want your text to be. So I kind of want my text to be right floating in the air, right in the middle, like smack down in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is go to where I think I want my text, and then as you can see, this red like target comes up. And then if you don't have a lot of tracking points, you could always go to the side and then move it over with move it over in your 3D in Element. Like you could always like adjust the positions and the rotation and all that. So once you have that, you want to find your tracking point. So my tracking point would probably be right here, because it's going to be on the floor, and all I have to do is adjust it up so that it's in there. So I'm going to right click it and create null in camera. And once you do that, this red box will be stuck to the floor to where you added that red target. So it looks pretty tracked, right, already. And then so here's actually the magic that goes into it. So you want to click your text. I'm gonna type in Shikari. Alright, so we have Shikari, we have a text layer. We want to make a layer, new, solid. I'm gonna name this bracket 3D, my bad, bracket 3D Shikari. Alright, so after you're done with that, you want to go to Effect, Video Copilot, Video Copilot, and then you want to click on Element on your 3D Shikari or 3D layer, and then you want to go to Custom Layers, and then you'll understand why I'm doing this later in the video. So you have your Shikari text layer. You want to go to your custom texture maps, and on layer 1 you want to click for texture maps. This is like I'll just show you guys later. The texture maps, you want to click on your video, your MP4, like your cinematic that you just tracked, wanna click that so that it's like layer 1, and then it's like, I guess it parents it or whatever. And then path layer number 1 for custom text and masks, you wanna click none, and then you wanna click on your text layer, so Shikari, and then you wanna close it up, and then go into scene setup. Might take a while. Actually, no. So basically, this whole black thing is your area that you're gonna see your text in. So if you click extrude, boom, that's your basic 3D text right there. It's just really basic white text, and you can change the bevel scale and all that good stuff, like path expand, how like fat you want it to be, like if you want it really fat or like really skinny, and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna keep it at 0. Actually 1. There you go. So that's just the basic text. Click OK, and then you want to turn your text layer, you want to turn the eyeball off so that you can't see it, and then as you can see, the text is already tracked. So yeah, that's really about it, but you can go a lot further than this. If you want, if you don't have like scene setup here, presets, you go to bevels. All these bevels they look great. I mean, they're good for what they are, but if you really want to get good text, like textures, you want to get pro shaders. So Element 3D Pro Shaders, the same thing as Element 3D. I'm not going to show you guys how to get it, but if you can get your hands on it, then you can get some pretty badass textures. So I'm going to use this glass cracks texture, and if you go to glass cracks and you click bevel backside, it'll make it so that if you don't click that bevel backside, it looks like a little bit choppy around there, but if you click it, if you check it, then it makes the backside like the same as the front. So if you were to rotate it, it wouldn't look like it wouldn't look shitty. So yeah, that's about it. And if you want, I have this metal like grunging looking thing. I have this preset that I made, refraction. It looks so sick. So then the reason why and then look, that just looks so sexy, right? Like, come on, man. Like, how sexy would that look? Well, anyways, so the reason why I made you guys do that custom layers thing is because you can also make a if you had a shiny bevel like mirror, you know, like you see how it's pretty like bland, right? But you can, if you go to environment, and you can choose different environments like roof or like shopping market or environment, you can see like what it is, and like you can zoom out of it or zoom in, and then like garden, like that just looks so sick, right? But then also you can take a step further. So since you had that custom layers masks and like text or whatever, you can go to here and custom layers 1, and it had your cinematic, and then boom, the cinematic is basically mirroring off the text, so it just makes it look a lot smoother, or like it makes it look more like in the map than as if you were just gonna pick a random like reflection. And I guess this isn't like as good as if you actually took a screenshot. Like, so let's say I'm in the game right now and you have this you're in the game and you're looking at like the building this way. If you turn the other way and then you took a screenshot of the building like behind the camera and you use that as a reflection, that would be so much better. But for tutorial sake, I'm not gonna do that. And yeah, that's basically it about the 3D text, and you can move it around too with world transformation. You can position it. Z is basically forward and backwards, so if you want to push it back farther, or scale, obviously if it gets bigger like that, or you could rotate it. Rotate Z would basically like move like this, and then rotate Y would just be on the y-axis would be up and down, so it would rotate left and right, and then x would be up and down as well, or not as well, but like you get what I'm saying, right? And then anchor point, I don't really mess around with this. Like anchor point, just leave it 640 by 260. But if I wanted to move it like left and right, let's say I wanted this, if I wanted it like on this wall, I could change the like position and then move it over, over here. Then it could be like stuck on the wall. Like I just had to move it a little bit more this way. You just have to like play with it, and if it looks good, then I guess it looks good. See, like it's like stuck to the wall. So yeah, that's the basics of 3D tracking. I mean, you could even go as far as maybe put like particles if you have the plugins. Like, maybe if you had like, hold on, this spinning wheel of death is alright. If you had like trap code form, let me pull up smart particular, put that in a new solid. This will like really fuck up my computer, dude. It's already slow as fuck already. Let me see how much time. Damn, 11 minutes. Alright, so I'm not gonna try to make this any longer. But yeah, that's the basics of 3D tracking and 3D text and all that. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the only way you're gonna get better at it is if you play around with the settings and then maybe come up with your own, like, your own methods of tracking. I mean, your own methods of like how text should work. Like you could easily go to like group 1 particle look, multi-object, since it's a multi-object with like each individual letter enable, and then you can like displace it. You can scatter it. One second. You can rotate it, so you can rotate each individual letter. So there's like a million things you can do with this tracking thing. Like you can keyframe these so that they move or whatever. So yeah, it's just a playground of 3D. And if you have a good understanding of math and like geometry and XYZ planes and like depths and all that stuff, it might be really easy for you. Or maybe some people might get intimidated, or like they're just like they don't have a clear concept and understanding of math, or depth, I guess. But yeah, all you have to do is just play around with it, man. I mean, yeah, that's all I can tell you. So yeah, hope you guys liked this tutorial, and if you did, please like, comment, and put down in the comments below what you guys want me to do next. And yeah, peace.